Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Sport Federation TV. This is our first episode of 2022 and of course we're glad to be back. We hope that everybody's got their wheels turning and is excited for the new year. Of course our sport federations across the Western Cape have slowly been getting themselves back into action, and we'll be speaking to a number of the codes this evening. So make sure that you don't go away. We'll be of course keeping you in touch with sport in the province for the remainder of the year, right here on Sport Federation TV, where we speak to the federations of the Western Cape. One of the sport codes that definitely could not take their foot off the gas. In fact, they don't take their foot off the gas at all during the year. Sean Gordon is the president of Western Cape Lifesaving. He's back on the line with me. Sean, welcome back. It's of course nice to have you along. Happy New Year to you and your team. It's great to see that you're up and healthy, and of course president of Western Cape Lifesaving.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of months so far. Like you said in your intro, we never took our foot off the pedal. We're always busy, even through the winter months. Our guys are training, getting into gear so they can pass out. Every year they need to do a yearly or annual retest to ensure that they are still complying and being fit and all that. Yeah, and with the added COVID, we obviously there was changes to life saving on how we do, a couple of the techniques, CPR and things like that. So it's been a bit hectic. But yeah, we're pulling through definitely.
Sean, what does that mean for you guys from a practical perspective? I mean, we know that life-saving, of course, you got clubs and you got competitions and so on, but let's just talk a little bit about life-saving during the holidays. Of course, it's an influx of visitors to the beach. Does it mean that your club lifesavers, the guys who are at the clubs who are normally competing and practicing the sport of life-saving, does it mean that they start doing duties during the holidays?
Okay, JP, as you know, the municipalities, they employ guys as from September already. So our clubs, they only do duties on weekends from 10 o'clock, on a Saturday is from 2 till 4, and a Sunday and public holidays is 10 till 6. But most of the guys working at this doing voluntary for clubs, they work for the city. So you'll get a lot of the guys that is probably 7 days on the beach. They're working 5 days for the municipality, and the other 2 days they're working as volunteers. So it's taxing this time of year.
Yeah.
The influx of people coming from the inlands and that, so this puts a lot of pressure on life saving. But that has been our game throughout the years. The guys are quite used to it. The upcoming guys, they getting used to it, and it's all about the passion. It's about the love of the game that we got. Like I said before, we are service and we are sporting. So yeah, the guys keep them fit for doing duty on beach to ensure that they can protect our citizens of our municipalities, of the city, of the country. That is on the dams, that is at swimming pools, that is at the beaches, rivers. So yeah, the guys are quite hardcore guys.
Does it include the juniors, Sean? Do they get a chance to sort of get their feet wet, so to speak?
Yeah, we have our juniors, which we call JLAs. They're junior lifeguards. Yeah. And then we have our senior guys, which are the LAs. Our nippers, however, during December, January peak period, they basically go on a holiday. So they starting up, most of them are starting up this week, where all the clubs will start training their nippers, because we got competitions coming up for nippers, juniors and seniors, that will be starting the end of the month and February. Then we've got our nationals in Kabeja at the end of March. So the guys are up and running. They hoping to make an impact, as Western Cape always makes the impact in the life saving. As normally between Western Cape and KZN, but we've been giving KZN a real run for their money the past couple of seasons.
So Sean, just talk us a little bit about the club activities. I mean, every time I've gone to the life-saving club, even though there's some guys on duty on the beach, when you go into the club, there's always lifesavers sitting around, cleaning boats or cleaning equipment. Yeah. I mean, there seems to be a whole social activity in the club itself during I mean, it's the perfect it's the perfect sport. You get to be in your club, you walk down the beach, you come back to your club, you speak to your mates. And I mean, there's a balance between obviously people on duty and those that are sort of just enjoying the club.
Yeah, I think it's basically a family, JP. You know, you'll have in a family, you'll have the guys that is doing the work outside, the others that's preparing something for the guys to eat. So you have this family vibe at all the clubs where there's the social aspect on the day also. You'll have lifeguards be cleaning, lifeguards doing demonstrations. They're busy maybe preparing for exams, getting new candidates passed out and stuff like that. Then you have the support of the parents. The parents will be there making lunch for the guys. Guys will be interacting with each other, playing games. And then you have your socials afterwards. Your duties are finished. Some of the clubhouses, they do have the drinking holes. So the guys will social together and get to know. And that's how they become buddies, lifelong buddies. I've got buddies for over 30 years in lifesaving. And we still communicate and we still interact with each other. And that is the name of the game. I think in all sports, we do have that aspect where we can reminisce about 20, 30 years ago, what we did as youngsters. And that is what we want to bring into lifesaving also, that we maintain that throughout our years. And we hold on to members like that because they're value to us. They got a lot to it. They can give to the youngsters and teach the youngsters.
Sean, obviously on a serious note now, I mean, the holidays are not over. There's going to be still a while before schools go back, universities go back. There's still a lot of visitors and travelers in the Western Cape that have come to experience the Western Cape, even amongst these difficult times that we are in at the moment. What are the kind of important things that beachgoers should be aware of at the moment? I think the more information we pass out there, the easier it makes for the lifesavers to do their job.
No, definitely. JP, from our side, we basically just want to do the education part, and in collaboration with the municipalities, Western Cape government, we go out and we go do the educational part. We go into schools, we educate kids about water safety, try and get them to the community pools, to the beaches, show them what it's all about. So it's important for these kids to tell their parents when they go to the beaches, Mommy, ensure that we've got something, you know, it's going to be warm, that we've got our sunscreen with, we've got something to cover us with, that we swim where there are lifeguards, that we swim where there are clubs doing duty, or where the municipality is doing duty, with this, and they easily recognize with the red and yellow. So we'll have flags on the flags that we swim as bathing, as the safest bathing area on the beach. It's also important that parents do not take alcohol with them, or do not even engage in taking alcohol when they're going down to the beach. Obviously, we know alcohol at this, your senses, and we need to ensure that the kids are safe. So if parents are not looking after themselves, how are they going to be looking after their kids? We hear this last weekend Sunday at Strand Beach, we heard about the 10-year-old girl that drowned while parents were busy loading things out of the car. They never saw the kids going down to the water and the 10-year-old girl gone. So parents need to just be at all times, just be wary of where the kids are, what the kids are doing, because it happens very quickly. So my whole thing would be that they would listen to lifeguards. Sorry for that. That they would listen to lifeguards and ensure that they adhere to what the lifeguards are saying, and swimming in safe areas where there are dams. Just make sure that you go in as far as you can, and that you don't get yourself into any difficulty or any trouble. Yeah.
Sean, it looks to me like you've got a life-saving matter to deal with there. So we're gonna say thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to catching up with you again on a regular basis, because we know that we're always trying to promote for people to join Western Cape Lifesaving. And we're, of course, as a public, always need to be getting the latest information and find out what it is that we need to do to help make things easier for you guys to look after us. So we'll say to you, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thanks a lot, JP. Always a pleasure. And yes, thanks to you for always promoting all the different sports within the Western Cape.
Thanks, Sean. There we go, folks. Sean Gordon, President of Western Cape Lifesaving, and we take our hat off to Lifesaving. It's a fantastic sport. It's a sport that not only keeps you active and has some serious competition in place, but also a sport that contributes to society. And folks, we really do need to appreciate what our lifesavers do for us on a daily basis, all over the country, all over the world, in fact. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on taking a look at sport in the province. Don't go away. Back in a sec.